Hi, Mikel.
Hello.
Please, can we start with a fitness update? Is Victor Gyökeres going to be available? And if he's not, what's the problem that he has?
No, he's definitely not available. He hasn't trained today, and we need to do some more tests and scans in the next few days to understand the extent of the injury, but this game is not available.
This game with Slavia Prague is the third midweek game you have in these last 3 weeks. How do you balance wanting to possibly rotate the squad with a hard away game in the Champions League, but also dealing with the injuries you have as well?
Yeah, that's a situation that we've been dealing now for a few weeks, and trying to have the right freshness, the right cohesion within the team. The team has been competing really well in all different competitions, and tomorrow we know that we have a really tough match here. They are unbeaten here at home all season. Is a team that they are very used to playing together. They have a very clear philosophy. They create a massive atmosphere as well, so we know there's going to be a really tough match.
It's now been announced that your Carabao Cup quarter-final is going to be played on the 23rd of December, which is just 2 days after you have a Premier League match. We spoke to Leandro Trossard, just the difficulties of that, but how challenging is it for you to prepare a team in such a short turnaround?
Yeah, well, hopefully then they will move our Premier League match, because to play to this late date it doesn't make any sense, obviously. So we will now decide the date. I'm sure they will change the Premier League date as well.
Sam from Sky.
Hi, Mikel. Just on Victor, are you concerned about it, or is it a short-term issue for him?
No, I am concerned because he hasn't had many muscular issues, and he had to leave the pitch, and he was feeling something, and that's obviously never a good sign, especially for a player that it's very, very explosive. So we are digging in a little bit more to understand where we are in terms of the injury, and we'll announce the moment we know more.
Yeah, on better news, if you keep a clean sheet tomorrow, you equal a club record for the most consecutive clean sheets in a row. How would you describe the mentality and you like the word aura a lot, the aura about how your team defends in particular moments?
Well, very good at the moment, obviously. I think the collective organization is very, very strong, and then the individual behaviors of players to defend with such an energy, intelligence and aggression every ball, obviously something that has been key for our success.
Yeah, and how important has Gabriel Heinze been to that? Because you see the videos online, he's quite intense with that backline, the way he gets them into a huddle before the game. What's the impact he's had on this team?
It's the whole team. Obviously, every member of staff, every player brings something to the table. That's something extremely collective when you talk about the numbers that you're talking, and everybody has to bring his piece. Gabi's done it, all the coaches do the same, and especially the players who at the end have to execute what we want.
Ed from The Guardian.
Hi, Mikel. Just to clarify on the Carabao Cup then, so have you made a request to the Premier League to have your game moved then officially?
I leave that to the club. I think we're very clear where was the best thing, the most logical day to play. They bring a different date, so I'm sure we'll have to adapt to that.
But if you do have to play it, do you think it's the sort of thing that could really be a disadvantage for you in the long run over the course of the season, because 2 games in 3 days?
I think, as I said today, I'm sure we will apply the principles of, first of all, is the players, then is the supporters, and then the times that we need to have equality and the same chances for every club. So hopefully it will be fair.
Charlie from The Sun.
Mikel, could you ask you about Victor? How is he in himself? I mean, he must be gutted. I mean, he's carried on. He's battled through, started to make a difference, had his best 45 minutes for the club, and now this. I mean, how is he?
Well, obviously he was very disappointed after the match.
Mikel Arteta's plea for player safety, a call for sensible fixture planning, aims at injury concern with his team with 7 injured players. In the fast-paced world of football, where the stakes are high and the pressure is relentless, managers often find themselves navigating a minefield of challenges. One such manager is Mikel Arteta of Arsenal, who recently expressed his deep concerns regarding the welfare of players, particularly in light of the injury to striker Victor Gyökeres. As the Carabao Cup quarterfinals loom, Arteta's voice resonates not only within the walls of the Emirates Stadium, but throughout the footballing community, calling for a reassessment of fixture scheduling to protect players and uphold the integrity of the game. The injury crisis, a growing concern. Victor Gyökeres, a key figure in Arsenal's attacking lineup, has been sidelined due to an injury that has left both fans and management anxious. Gyökeres, known for his agility and clinical finishing, has been instrumental in Arsenal's recent successes. His absence from the squad is not just a blow to the team's morale, but also a stark reminder of the physical toll that a congested fixture schedule can impose on players. Arteta's concerns are multifaceted. He understands that injuries are an inherent part of football, but the frequency and severity of these injuries can often be traced back to the way fixtures are organized. The demanding nature of modern football, with its relentless pace and rigorous competitions, puts players at an increased risk. Arteta has witnessed this firsthand and is now calling for action. Fixture congestion, a double-edged sword. The Carabao Cup, a tournament that traditionally serves as a platform for clubs to showcase emerging talent and provide competitive experience, has become a double-edged sword. While it offers opportunities for glory, it also contributes to fixture congestion that can strain squads, particularly those with less depth. Arteta pointed out that the scheduling of these matches often overlooks the physical and mental demands placed on players, leading to an increased likelihood of injuries. The Carabao Cup quarterfinals, coming on the heels of a packed Premier League schedule, exemplify this issue. Teams are expected to field their best players in quick succession, often with little time to recover between matches. For clubs like Arsenal, which aim to compete on multiple fronts, this can lead to difficult decisions regarding squad rotation and player fitness. Arteta's advocacy for change. Mikel Arteta's plea extends beyond the immediate concerns for his own squad. He is advocating for a broader conversation about player welfare and fixture scheduling across the entire footballing landscape. In his recent statements, he emphasized the need for governing bodies to take a proactive approach in addressing these issues. Arteta's call for change is rooted in a desire to protect players from unnecessary risks. He believes that the governing bodies must prioritize the health and well-being of athletes over commercial interests. The financial implications of scheduling decisions cannot be ignored, but they should not come at the expense of players' safety. The impact on player performance and integrity. Arteta's concerns are not merely about injuries. They touch on the very integrity of the game. When players are overworked and fatigued, the quality of play inevitably suffers. The beauty of football lies in its skill, creativity, and athleticism. However, when players are pushed beyond their limits, the game can become a shadow of its former self. Moreover, frequent injuries can lead to a lack of competitive balance. Teams that can afford to rotate their squads effectively will have an advantage over those that cannot. This disparity can undermine the competitive integrity that is central to the spirit of football. Arteta's advocacy is a call for a level playing field, where every team can compete on equal footing, free from the constraints of an overcrowded schedule. A united front, the role of managers and players. Arteta is not alone in his concerns. Many managers across the league share his sentiments, recognizing the urgent need for reform. The voices of players, too, are crucial in this dialogue. They are the ones who bear the brunt of fixture congestion, and their experiences can provide valuable insights into the impact of scheduling on their performance and health. In recent years, we have seen players increasingly vocal about their concerns. The rise of social media has provided a platform for athletes to express their views, and many have taken to these channels to advocate for better treatment and conditions. Arteta's leadership in this conversation can galvanize support from his peers and players alike, creating a united front calling for meaningful change. The importance of collaboration. For meaningful change to occur, collaboration between clubs, players, and governing bodies is essential. Arteta envisions a scenario where all stakeholders come together to discuss and implement solutions that prioritize player welfare without compromising the integrity of competitions. This collaborative approach can lead to innovative scheduling solutions that consider players' physical and mental health. One potential avenue for reform could be the introduction of a more flexible scheduling system. By analyzing data on player fatigue and injury trends, governing bodies can create a calendar that allows for adequate recovery time between fixtures. Such changes may require a departure from traditional practices, but they are necessary to safeguard the future of the sport. The role of technology in player welfare. As football continues to evolve, so too is the role of technology in player welfare. Advances in sports science and data analytics can provide clubs with invaluable insights into player performance and health. By leveraging technology, clubs can monitor players more effectively, identifying signs of fatigue and potential injury before they escalate. By prioritizing player welfare through technology, clubs can create an environment that fosters long-term success. The road ahead. A call to action. As the football community grapples with the complexities of fixture scheduling and player welfare, Mikel Arteta's voice serves as a beacon of hope. His passionate plea highlights the urgent need for reform in the way the game is organized. It is a call to action for governing bodies, clubs, and players to come together and prioritize the well-being of those who dedicate their lives to the sport. In the coming weeks, as the Carabao Cup quarterfinals approach, the spotlight will be on how clubs navigate the challenges of fixture congestion. Arteta's leadership in advocating for sensible scheduling could set a precedent for future changes in the game. By prioritizing player welfare and integrity, football can continue to thrive as a beloved sport that captivates fans around the world. In conclusion, the discussion surrounding player safety and fixture scheduling is not just a matter of convenience. It is about the very essence of football. The game we love is built on the foundation of skill, passion, and integrity. As Mikel Arteta calls for a reassessment of how we approach these issues, it is imperative that the football community listens and acts. The future of the sport depends on it.